Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update, or this morning's severe weather update. This morning, I'll be exclusively focusing on today's severe weather threat. So, looking at the Storm Prediction Center, it's a convective outlook for today. The Storm Prediction Center has upgraded areas of southeastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, and northwest Mississippi to an enhanced risk of severe weather today. And this includes Little Rock, Arkansas, Greenville, Mississippi, Memphis, and Jackson, Tennessee. We have a large slight risk in the yellow area today, covering much of northeast Texas, northwest Louisiana, the rest of Arkansas, southeast Missouri, far southern Illinois, southwest Kentucky, west Tennessee, central northwestern Mississippi in the yellow, and a marginal risk in the dark green. So, the tornado threat has increased dramatically across areas of southeastern Arkansas, southwestern Tennessee, and northwestern Mississippi, as we now have a 10% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location in this yellow shaded area today. And we also have a hatched area surrounding that, indicating that EF2 or stronger tornadoes are going to be possible with this as well. 10% chance of that within 25 miles of a location. So make sure you're really watching the weather if you live in areas like Greenville, Mississippi, and Memphis, Tennessee today, because we could be seeing a couple of strong long track tornadoes. We have a large 5% tornado risk in the Brown area today. This includes Shreveport, Louisiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Jackson, Tennessee, and an even larger 2% tornado risk in the Green. Today, the damaging wind threat has also increased across areas like Little Rock, Greenville, Memphis, and Jackson to a 30% chance of damaging winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a given location. So make sure you're preparing for numerous damaging winds if you live in the red area today. We have a 15% damaging wind risk in the yellow and a 5% chance in the brown today. And looking at the hail threat today, we have a significant hail threat across areas of south central Oklahoma, far north central Texas in this black hatched area, with a 10% chance of seeing 2-inch in diameter or hen egg sized hail or larger within 25 miles of a location today. So make sure that you are preparing for scattered very large hail, especially if you live in this black hatched area today. 15% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location in the broader yellow area, and 5% chance in the brown area today. So let's get into these models because we're going to be timing out the storms. So starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon Central Standard Time, we're not going to be seeing much going on yet. This is going to be, unfortunately, an evening and nocturnal event. So we could start to see some storms fire up across far north Texas, southern Oklahoma, as early as 6 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening. And as we go into the evening, here's the isolated very large hail threat. We could be seeing supercells producing isolated very large hail either just south or north of the Red River in far north central Texas, far southern central Oklahoma around 7 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening, and then going into the overnight. This unfortunately is when our storms are going to start to really blossom across northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, and now northern Mississippi, southeastern Arkansas. These are going to be the storms to really watch to see if they're going to be more discrete. We're going to be seeing major problems as they're going to be taking on a supercellular characteristic due to the intense low-level jet across the area tonight. Going into 11 p.m., we're starting to see hooking on these storms in the HRRR model. This is a concerning trend that we are seeing. And even the storms out in the west towards southeast Oklahoma are showing hooking as well. Going into around midnight, lots of storms firing up across central Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, southwestern Tennessee, northern Mississippi, getting that hooking characteristic indicating supercells. And then as we go into around 1 a.m., the storms are likely going to congeal into a multicellular cluster, and then we're still going to be seeing an embedded tornado threat with this, but we should be seeing a little bit lower of a tornado threat once the storms converge into a multicellular complex. And this is going to go into around 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. And as we go into 6 and 7 a.m., we're going to see the storms move north to Kentucky and Indiana, setting the stage for tomorrow's severe weather event, which I'll be discussing this evening. So, looking at something called the significant tornado parameter, I'll be showing you guys this in this video today. This is basically a composite of the dew points, the instability, and the wind shear that the model uses to indicate the level of tornado threat across certain areas. So starting around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time this evening, when the tornado threat starts to ramp up, we have widespread significant tornado parameters values in the HRRR model between 2 and 5 in the yellows, oranges, and reds, indicating a moderate to high atmospheric favorability for tornadic development across areas of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. And as we go into the overnight, look at this. The significant tornado parameter increases dramatically. By 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're looking at widespread values of 4 to even 6 across East Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi, indicating a very favorable atmospheric environment for tornadoes tonight. So like I said, if we can get those supercells to develop, we are really going to be concerned with tornadoes. And going into midnight, 1 a.m., look at this concentrated area of 4 to 6 significant tornado parameters. We even got some 7s showing up in areas of southern Arkansas and northern Louisiana by 1 a.m. And this continues through 5 a.m. before it gradually weakens, but still across West Tennessee, northern Mississippi, we have 3 to 5 significant tornado parameter values. Now we're going to be looking at another model, the North American model, and we're going to be getting soundings from this to see how the atmospheric profile looks. So looking at the NAMNES model, the high resolution North American model, at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time this evening, we have similar tornado parameter values between 3 and 5 with isolated values up to 6 across southern Oklahoma, North Texas. So taking a look at a sounding where we can find a significant tornado parameter of about 5.5 is the highest I'm seeing in far southern Oklahoma. Take a look at the sounding for this. And as I wait for that to load, I'm going to be moving the model forward to compare to the HRRR model. Going into later this evening around 11 p.m., we have significant tornado parameters as high as 6 to 7 across northern Louisiana, 5 to 6 across northeast Texas and southeast Oklahoma, and then going into 1 a.m., look at this across northeast Texas, far southern Arkansas, northwest Louisiana, significant tornado parameters between 4 and 7, and then going into around 3 a.m., nocturnal tornadoes are very concerning right now with significant tornado parameters across south central Arkansas of between 5 and 7, as well as northwest Louisiana. And Shreveport is going to be in the strike zone tonight. And then going into 7 a.m., the severe weather or the tornado threat will diminish. But let's see if our sounding has loaded. And the sounding has loaded. So we're looking at a large loopy hodograph, which is indicative of an environment favorable for tornadoes across southeastern Oklahoma. We got the PDS tornado signature, which indicates these tornadoes could be strong and long tracked. And unfortunately, our service to 1 kilometer storm relative helicity is showing 328. Any value above 300 is a value you do not want to see when it comes to tornado parameters, indicating the atmosphere is very conducive for strong long track tornadoes in southeastern Oklahoma tonight. Going into, let's take a look at a sounding across. We're going to look at northern Louisiana around midnight to see what the atmospheric profile looks like there. And then while that loads, it'll take a little bit to load. We're going to be looking at a sounding across southern Arkansas around 3 a.m. Central Standard Time to give you an idea of just how favorable the atmosphere is for tornadoes tonight. So here we go. Looking at northwest Louisiana, we have, again, a large looping hodograph, very curved, the PDS tornado signature, and unfortunately, the storm relative helicity is even higher than across southeast Oklahoma, near 400. A very concerning number right there. And then looking at the sounding across southern Arkansas, look at that, much of the same. A large looping hodograph with a PDS tornado signature, and the storm relative helicity, once again, is near 400. So make sure you are preparing for a tornado outbreak if you live in the enhanced risk area today, and even as you saw in the model, areas like Shreveport and Little Rock and even southeast Oklahoma, North Texas, be on guard for tornadoes, as the atmosphere is going to be very favorable for tornadic development this evening, and unfortunately, especially tonight across the enhanced risk area. So thanks for watching this morning's severe weather update. I'll be talking about tomorrow's severe weather in depth this evening. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.